welcome to 52 Weeks of Storytelling. We are on week 32. The prompt this week is super fun and something that hopefully will get your brain thinking a little bit extra. It is a childhood memory you love or love to hate. With that, I want to share with you what 52 Weeks of Storytelling actually is. So, 52 Weeks of Storytelling is a way of telling your story one page at a time, 1 week at a time, over 52 weeks. By the end, if you've joined in most of the weeks, you'll have almost a full book. You might write your memoirs, you might help someone else write their stories and write their legacy, and it's a beautiful way, easy way to start telling your story and sharing it with someone you love. If you are excited about journals, you can grab a printed journal from Amazon or a printable from Etsy. You can find links to those in the description of this video or wherever you happen to be consuming this content. The journal includes, as well as all the videos, talks about something called the legacy storytelling method. So the legacy storytelling method consists of a set of questions that I've come up with over the years that has made a huge difference in how people can share their stories, and it makes it just a little bit easier for you to share a story, ask someone about their story, and it helps guide and facilitate the conversation. So we start with the 5 W's. Those are who, what, when, where, and why, in that order. The first 4 usually are pretty easy. The 5th one, why, trips people up a little. For me, it is the why of how did you get to this moment? Why did this moment happen? What different things were surrounding the moment that made it possible? The last set of questions, and really where you get into the fun stuff, is digging deeper questions. Those are more about feelings and impact and why this moment is important to you. When you ask that last question or answer that last question, it really changes how you think about the memory. It brings to light maybe something that you didn't see or talk about in the first 7 to 8 questions, and it really, that sometimes summarizes what that memory is all about for you. So that is the legacy storytelling method. You can find it linked all over the place. There's lots of, every prompt page has a walkthrough of what those prompts look like, and you'll also find them outlined in the printed journal and the printable as well. With that, I want to jump into our weekly prompt and give you a little bit of thought process and things to think about in how you write about this moment. So when I came up with this one, I was thinking about a lot of different childhood memories and how we have, like, we talk about our favorite one, or we talk about something that happened with lots of, maybe there was lots of laughter, sometimes there's sad things, but I always thought that there was probably another side of things, like the memory you love to hate. Like, it's something that maybe doesn't make you feel good, but it's just such a juicy memory that you love it and you keep sharing it, but maybe you hated what happened. Now, if this is, some of this language might bring up things that don't feel really good, feel free to skip it, find a different prompt, skip this video. So that is, oh man, where was I going? I swear I had a thought, it was in there. So when I was trying to come up with an example of this, there's not necessarily memories. I hate such a strong word, but it's moments where okay, I've got one. So I was super young, but I stole gum from the grocery store, and this is a love to hate memory for me, and it happened in childhood. I can't remember how old I was, but it was one of those moments where I wanted something. My mom said no, and I took it, and I put it in the basket, and then we walked out the door, and we got home, so we made it the whole way home, and I think I got caught because I was eating it, and my mom knew she had said no, and I took it anyways. So I had to, the end of the story is that my mom took me back to the grocery store. I'm pretty sure I had to pay for it because of course I'd eaten it, and then I had to go apologize to the manager. So I had to go fess up, apologize, and pay for it out of my piggy bank. Guess what? Gail never stole again. So that's one of those memories that, like, it's super embarrassing, but you know, at that age we do all sorts of crazy thrinks. So think about a moment in your life that, you know, it can, of course, can be a memory that you love, but if it's something that was just a little bit like, oh, cringy, like, why did I do that, But it's such a good moment to share with your kids, share with other small humans that you're around. The lessons we learn when we're tiny, we can pass on, regardless of our age. We don't have to wait till we're old to share them. So that's how I would encourage you to use this particular prompt. That's the end of my story example. I hope that you have found something in this video to get you inspired about what to share, and you've thought of a childhood memory you love or love to hate, and you're excitedly writing things down. With that, I will see you on the next video, and I hope that you have an incredibly wonderful day, and happy writing.